Ipswich Buses, your local bus company serving your football team. Buses run every 10 minutes. Avoid the traffic. Don't get stuck in the delay. Get Ipswich Buses today. A single from only £1.20, a return from only £2. Find out more information at www.ipswichbuses.co.uk. Ipswich Buses, proud to partner with Talk in Town. Hello again, my friends, and you are my friends, and welcome back to a very cold Portman Road. And there was no excitement to really stop, sadly. It's just Bus's full-time fans react show. We're going up against the camera today, I'm afraid. We've got 18% of battery left on an iPhone. This could get interesting in a hurry. So I'm going to hand it over to two more interesting people than myself. Support us through Ko-Fi and through YouTube Super Chats.
No, this is interesting, did you say?
No, that's why he's not having the camera. But I'm going to hand it back over to Rich, the Cruncher, who's just witnessed a 0-0 draw, and Colin, and hopefully Alex, if we get time, because Colin,
come on,
he spoke to Mark Ashton, ladies and gentlemen, and he said, keep the faith, Rich. What do you think of that?
I'll let Colin speak first.
The only reason I said that is because I just want to try and generate just a little bit of positivity. I know what Rich is thinking, and I understand that, and I know what he's going to say. But I just, I don't really want to overly go slagging people off.
He was getting the bird, everyone at home, from two or three blokes in the sort of upper, well, I still call it the Pioneer stand.
So
what I didn't like from Mark Ashton there is he knew he was getting stick, and he didn't look him in the eye.
Adi Boothroyd.
No, we don't want Adi Boothroyd. Don't silly. That's what I don't like, Colin. And I'll tell you what, like I said to you coming out, he's getting two or three blokes here giving him a bit of stick after a 0-0 draw out into Barrow, which we'll get onto soon, which is fucking totally unacceptable. When we get down here in a couple of weeks, when we're playing Sunderland,
yeah.
If it all goes tits up against Sunderland and Cook's still the manager, because he might not be the manager then.
Yeah,
because
I agree with that. I agree with that.
But he's going to get it big time that day, because down here that day could be very, very toxic, Colin. It could be. I hope it doesn't. Look, listen.
I know you do. I mean, I know Rich by now, and I know he wants, like myself, he wants things to succeed just like I do. But
we all do. We don't all want to come in here, Colin, and we don't want to be moaning about a 0-0 draw. But hang on, what is it? Arsenal under-21's, West Ham, Newport, Oldham, Colchester,
Cheltenham.
penalties.
Cheltenham.
No, I'm on about down here.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Barrow today. They out-footballed us. We got a team here who are 20th in League Two and haven't scored for 4 games. And made us look absolutely shit. There's no one on that pitch, I would say, comes out with any credit in a blue shirt. Joe Piggott was all right when he came on second half.
Yeah, agree.
Like Colin just said, we're standing here and we're looking at the Bobby Robson stand, right? They've got some, look, Herman Ariderson, you got Bobby Robson all over it. What is Macaulay Bonne doing on that stand? Now listen.
His fucking car 4 weeks ago.
No, listen. He's a local lad, look, and he wants to play for the football club. He scored a goal against, that's the Sheffield Wednesday one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Woeful today. He was woeful. If he should not be in the starting line. If we go one up front, Colin, at the Valley on Tuesday night, he should not be in the lineup. He is woefully out for him. I'll tell you what summed him up. When he had that shot in the first half, and he went out for a throw-in. Joe Piggott, now, Joe Piggott,
and also,
listen,
Rich,
Joe Piggott, just let me finish. Joe Piggott, he come on, I thought he'd done well. He's unlucky not to score. He's been signed for this football club to score goals. If he don't get a run now, I'm his agent. 1st of January comes. Mr. Ashton, get me out of this football club, because the treatment he has had so far has been nothing short of a disgrace.
Shocking.
He's got 45 minutes to go. Wow, Paul Cook found plan B. Page 2 in the
handbook.
In the handbook. We can play 4-4-2. That's probably, ladies and gentlemen, the only time this season that you will probably see that.
In an FA Cup game, not in the league. What's made him go 4-4-2 today?
I don't know. Desperation, probably, Martin. Desperation. I don't know. Look, I don't want to come in here and be negative, but there's nothing to be positive about tonight. The way, look, we sat there. You said to me in the first half, after about half an hour, you said you're bored. Now,
I was in the
there
first
is
half.
nothing in watching that team today. The last few weeks, look, we played well at Wickham away. Fair enough. We played great against Port. We went, Colin. But there is nothing out there on that football pitch that says to me it's any different than when Paul Lambert was at this football club.
Well, we spoke about this at half time, going down the steps. I mean, Rich.
Come on in.
And I must admit, you know, I did agree with that. You know, there's no difference whatsoever. We're sideways, we're backwards. Cookie was having a right good go.
Alex is sporting lots of stuff by Vans today.
Cookie was having a right good go at Walton for not being not being quick enough with the ball out of his feet and stuff like that. And but you know, going on to Macaulay and what Rich was saying, if you remember in the second half, Rich, there was a chance like he was on the left hand side there, and like everything got caught up in his feet, and it just, you know, I'm feeling for him. Don't get me wrong, I'm feeling for him. I like the lad, but
you can't keep picking someone.
No, you can't. I totally agree with that.
Just picking people.
No, you cannot.
Sooner or later, you have to say, right, you've done well at the start of the season. It's time for Joe Pickett to have his chance. Not for 1 or 2 games. He needs to run it. Like he said yesterday, he's massively frustrated. He needs a run of games to show the manager what he can do.
He was. He played very well when he came on. I desperately felt so sorry for. I desperately felt so sorry for Humphreys at the end because, you know, his header was goal bound and it just, you know, hit the defender's head over the top. It'd have been a great moment for that young lad, and I'd have loved to see that go. And as I would have loved to see Joe Pickett's shot with the post going, I'd love to have seen that.
Matthew Chaplin at home says, third-tiered club, why do we have a right to beat Barrow?
We don't have a right, but we should expect to beat Barrow. A team who are 20th in League Two, who haven't scored for 4 games. They play good football. Play football the right way. But what I want to say is, today, look, I'm going to go to Barrow. I'm totally fucking nuts. But I agree with Matt. What did that football club do to deserve me driving over 500 miles to go and watch that team? What are they doing to earn that right? 3,000 going to Charlton on Wednesday.
I know.
Probably 2,000 going to Wigan. Sooner or later, they have to give something back to the fans because.
Well, Rich, can I just say something about that? I'll tell you, I've said this before, Rich, and I really mean what I'm going to say now because it's going to start coming from my heart. When you mentioned about 3,000 fans go to Charlton, now I can't go on Tuesday. Rich, I do my work. My 2 boys will be there, okay? And the fans are our 12th man. I don't care what people say about this 12th man thing. They are our 12th man. And I'll tell you something now. They deserve the man of the match 10 times more than any player at any away game this season. That, you know, we've sold out in nearly every away league game this year, including Sunderland, which is about 600-mile round trip, Plymouth, which is about 640, and now people like Rich, and I really applaud him. If I go, I would. I don't know if I can get time off. That's another 640-mile round trip. You know, they deserve more than they're getting.
No one's forcing me to go. I know that. I know it, but sooner or later, you do have to think, what the fuck are you doing?
What are you doing?
I want to tick the ground off. But they do have to earn. Look, it is frustrating. I'm very angry tonight. I don't want to blow my top and.
You're not as angry as a bloke in the Britannia stand who was giving Ashton a whole belly load.
Yeah, but like I said before, he gave him a load, but he didn't turn around and look at him, did he? He waited. He waited.
He tried to wait him out.
Yeah, but
Alex, how do you feel about today's game?
Well, I've tried to be Mr. Positivity, and you know, but that was abysmal. It really was, and you know what is more concerning to me as well, the comment from Mr. Cook yesterday about, you know, drama queens and all that. It's very reminiscent of the Mick McCarthy era. It's incredibly reminiscent of that, and what I think that's you've had to see him on. You saw him on the touchline today. He's a man out with, you know, he doesn't know what ways up right now. He really doesn't. And I think, as painful as it is for me to say this, it's another situation where he's not got his trusted number 2 with him. So he's not got that voice. He's not got that.
He shouldn't need it to beat Barrow at home. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not. I'm not.
The drama queen in. What's he think?
I'm not saying that to be. What I'm saying is, over the evidence we've seen in the last recent games, he's needed that number 2, which he hasn't had. McGreal's here now to be under the 23. What's the point in John McGreal being here to coach the under 23s? It's pointless, you know. And I would say to Mr. Ashton, if you're going to make a move, make it now before it's too late. Make it now, and make sure you've got somebody in to come and take the role. Because I don't think McGreal's the man for more than 1 or 2 games, you know.
Well,
and let's just. It's hard because after 21 years for me, you know, watching this club, and you know, it's hard to sit there and swallow that pill today. You know, teams know how to play us. You know, Barrow came up with a game plan. You know, they executed their game plan well. To those 205 Barrow fans that came down and made that journey, well done. Credit to your club. Absolute credit. Absolute credit.
Yeah.
You know, but it's sort of like something needs to change somewhere because something isn't right. And Mr. Ashton, you said about you giving another fan forum if things aren't going very well.
I'm sure they'll do one after Christmas. They've done 2, haven't they? Look, I think you know me and Matt were big Cook fans. You know, it was a toss up. We were speaking for me. The Cowleys or Cook, I'd have gone for either of them. You know, but I always said I'd give Cook season. But sitting there watching that today, I'm thinking this is no different than the Lambert team. You know, it's not.
We said it the other week, Lambert 2.0.
Yeah, there's no difference there. The football is slow. There's no tempo. It's boring. It's boring.
He'll come out and say we play really well. He'll come out and say we play really well. We work hard. We go again. He will come out. That's what he'll say. And you know the fact that come out after I come in there yesterday and go, the fans are credit. We want to do right by the fans. Then why make that comment, Mr. Cook? Why make that rod for your back? You know.
I'll tell you what, Martin. Right. Let me just answer that. Right. Now, I like a joke as much as anybody. I'll tell you what, this club is becoming a joke. Now, this is a time for me, and I'll tell you what, I thought last week, it's a time for a bit of straight talking here. I don't care who's watching this tonight. I hope Mark Ashton and co are watching this tonight, because I must admit, like, look, I'm standing beside people who go all over the country, absolutely love this club to death. I can't wait for that to happen over there. Kevin B's statue. I'll be here at 8 o'clock in the morning. Starts at 10 o'clock. Trust me, so I can be near the front. Okay? I absolutely, I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Apart from my family, this is the biggest love of my life. And I'll tell you what, it's now becoming a chore. It's becoming a chore. And I'll tell you, he's not become a friend, he's become a good friend, Rich. And I'll tell you, people like him, and I know loads more. Mr. Peachy, for example, who I spoke to today, they'll be up there, no doubt, right? They deserve more. And, you know, I don't know when the time is right, if Mr. Ashton does watch this, but, you know, please do me one favour, and all the big town fans, please don't make it too late. Because it isn't too late at the moment to save our season. And I mean, getting out of this stupid league and getting back into the championships, which is the least we deserve. Please do something which is right for our love of our lives, our football club.
Stand there, Colin.
Please.
In the freezing cold, if we didn't love our football club, you know, after a 0-0 draw home to Barrow.
And I can't even move, so I can't even jump about.
We'll do the show tomorrow, and we'll probably do like 60, 70+ minutes, you know, because we could talk about our club all day till the cows come home, and off the field, loads of great things, but it's on the field that your football club's judged. At the minute, you know, 0-0 home to Barrow, like I've reeled off all them other games. It isn't acceptable. Cookie he's a great person, you know. I met him at Sutton last week. He's a really nice guy, but is he the man for our football club? At the minute, I'm real starting to have doubts, and I hate myself for that, because you think
we don't want to be the fans that turn on a manager. We want managers to succeed. We all do. But at the end of the day, when you draw at home to Oldham, you draw at home to Barrow, something has got to change. Mr. Ashton, you've been brought in to make this decision. It's time to make one.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, you're absolutely right there, Alex. Time to make a decision. Do you not think?
Yeah, absolutely. But then now we're to a run of games, aren't we? We were talking. We've got to Wigan. Then you've got pack out PR, Sunderland. Now the pressure's still there. It's not the right time to make a change, and you're playing those kind of sides. So have we missed the boat a little bit there? I don't know.
Never a right time to make a change. But yeah, something, as Alex says so articulately well, fundamentally is wrong at the football club.
There's a wrong time to make a change, though, and the wrong time is when it's too late. But you know that as well as I do. So there is a right time to make. Martin, in response to what you just said, there is a right time to make a change before it's too late, to give you a little bit of leeway.
I said it on the show last night, Colin. Can you imagine what pack out PR would be like on the back of one of them performances today? But I mean, I get you can have pack out PR with Cook in charge and all the expectation that comes with that, because that's not what the initiative was for, was it? It was supposed to drive us into the playoffs.
And you know what?
Welcome to Private Space Therapy, the business of our very own milk tray man, Ben Adams, who's a certified therapist and counsellor registered with the BACP. Ben's offering appointments face-to-face in Colchester on the beautiful university grounds, or by video, telephone, or even home visit. So if you do feel like you need some professional to listen, to understand,
I really do.
and to discuss what's going on with you, give Private Space Therapy a call. Private Space Therapy. Non-judgmental, unconditional support with you at the centre, always.
the Ryan's on the
Call
wall.
01286 259
When that happened,
3.
you know exactly what I'm saying. It happened with McCarthy.
Yeah, exactly.
And we knew he was going to go the next day. Or whenever it was, I can't even remember what day it was. Was it the next day he got sacked or something?
Yeah, but you see, we've said we've known you before.
We're still on. Oh, we're still on.
We're back. I'm back.
Hopefully you're still beyond. So just finish the conversation and wrap it up.
Go on, Alex. What were you saying?
I've lost my point now. What?
Are you saying
But
about the pack?
It's beginning to look a lot
the-
like
the-
Christmas.
The concern I have.
Everywhere we go.
The concern I have about Pack Out Portman Road right now, we've sold God knows how many tickets. This platform and the people that watch this platform and everyone that this man, backed, has done amazing work to get to that level. How many fans are going to see the results that have been going on recently and going, I'm not even going to go. I'm not going to go. And that is sad. It really is. So.
What was that, Alex? How long ago was that we done that ticket thing? What was it? 4 weeks ago?
Yeah.
4 weeks in football. It's like you think it's a very long time, and it's just.
And on that note, we're back tomorrow, 1:30 with this man, Kate Riley, Matt Phillips, and myself. Alex has been absolutely brilliant as always. Colin is keeping the faith. What are you doing?
I'm going home.
He's going home, as are we.
We're on the march with Bobby's arm.